One love, God bless. Fire Nelson here, and today I'm here to talk to you about forgiving your past. Now, forgiving your past is really, truthfully, just forgiving yourself, forgiving things that you have done or things that you have experienced or things that you're holding on to that you can't let go of or you feel that you can't let go of is more what I'm trying to say. When we are able to forgive our past, it means that we're able to look at the situation and see how we were just going with the flow of the universe, and how if maybe this situation or this person or whatever didn't come into your life, you may not have the discernment that you have now. You may not have the wisdom and the knowledge to navigate through life and through certain situations that you were in the future if you hadn't gone through those things in the past. We have to realize that things that we do or others do in the past is only to push us and guide us to our best and highest self. But it's hard for us to see it when we're in the situation or even when it's so close. There's that term where it's too soon, where you don't want to joke about things when it's too soon. Well, it's the same when we are trying to see the blessing out of a situation. Sometimes we're trying to see the blessing and it's too soon for us to truly see the blessing. But we have to know that behind all this trauma, behind all this, trials and tribulation, that there is a blessing that's being manifested behind these things. But we have to stay patient and be aware so that we can welcome the blessing and be grateful when the blessing does come. We all have things in life that we have to go through. We all do things in life that we are ashamed of or, not too proud of. And sometimes in life, these things come up even when we're doing our best every single day to be a better person, and we're far from that person that used to do these things. But it's going to come up into your life, especially if you haven't disconnected yourself like a monk, or, you still are around family or people who knew you from your past self. Because if you're on this spiritual journey, that's truly what it is. It's your past self, because you became a new self. The old you has died when you have became a more awakened being. Maybe you're not fully awakened. That's maybe how you feel yet. I pray that you are fully awake, But when we become more awake and aware of life and the laws of life and the ways of Yahweh, we are able to see how the ways of our past self or ways of our past life was lived from an unconscious place. It doesn't even seem like the same type of person that we have became. We have to realize that getting rid of our past, dogmas, getting rid of our past strict limitations about how it was viewed is very, very important. Sometimes we view a situation in the past and we're so stuck on that viewpoint of how we interpreted that situation that it's hard for us to shift the process to even see the blessing of that situation. It's hard for us to even talk about a situation sometimes. And we have to shift this view in meditation and prayer and whatever format that you want. But I highly advise in meditation where you shift the view of this situation or this action that you did or someone else did, and we see this scenario in a different way. It's not in a way where we're just, making up scenarios in our head and we're fantasizing about something that didn't actually happen. But no, we're looking at the situation from an outside perspective. No matter how much it hurts to relive this, no matter how much it pains us to relive certain memories and things that we have done and others have done to us, but it takes us being able to do this so that we can finally release it and let it go, and we can make room for the blessing to truly manifest within and throughout us. When we're able to let go of our past, we're not only let going of that past hurt and situations, and not only seeing the blessings that were trying to manifest through these situations, or that manifested from being able to have that story to tell, or that story to relate to others to, or have that wisdom so that we can navigate in the world differently. It's not only about that blessing, but it's also you letting go of your past things that you don't forgive yourself for or forgive others for, also makes room for more blessings to manifest within and throughout you. When we have things that we're holding on to, it causes resentment, and resentment causes dis-ease in the body. And when we are holding on to negative emotions, they manifest into different ways. Either it's depression, anxiety, or actual physical disease. We have to let go of these things before they become a constant in our body, in our structure, in our mindset, in our spiritual, self. We don't want to make it a normal emotion of negativity within our positive, harmonious body that we've been gifted. We are divine spirit, and we should be feeling a certain amount of serenity at all times. Yes, we can be extra happy sometimes, and yes, sometimes we can be a little bit agitated, a little bit, annoyed, but we should never really teeter from that serene feeling, that feeling of just calmness, that everything is exactly how it's supposed to be, and we only are here to do what we can do to help this world navigate itself more in a clearer path. And if that's not working, then we just go with the flow of nature. We go with the flow of the universe. There's no longer a need for resistance when we have the awareness that everything is happening for our greatest good. When we are reaching more of an enlightened state where we are not caring so much about the material world and how exactly this dream of ours or this goal of ours pans out exactly the way that we want it to, when we let these notions go, we are able to let the universe flow through us more clearly, more fluidly, like water. Letting go of your past helps these inspirations flow more clearly. There's no more blockages. There's no more self-limitations. There's no more sin that you're holding on to that's holding you back. When we're carrying all this weight, we are bearing things and situations and people's own demons and evil spirits that we don't deserve to be carrying. We're here to carry the word. We're here to carry a light to those who are lost in darkness. We aren't here to carry things that we have done 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, a month ago even. We have to realize that we need to let it go. We need to learn from the situations that we know that we need to learn from and continue about our journey. We don't need to sit and dwell on these things. We don't need to sit and wonder why me, or why did I do this, or why do I keep doing this? No, figure out why you keep doing certain actions. Figure out why you keep doing certain habits. Stop the habits, completely stop them. You saying you're gonna try or you will is only delaying the process. Just stop them. When you are aware and you are being aware of what you speak, you won't be doing these things. So it's not even a try. Sometimes you may slip up. Sometimes it might just seem to come out. But for the most part, we are able to have control of our body, over our mind, and eventually, over our body, and eventually over our mind and over our spirit. But first, start with your body. Watch what you speak. Watch what you do. Know that you're not going to fall into the same trap in the same ways that you were in your past. You have comfort in this. You have comfort in your sustainer and your divine creator. Hold comfort in your faith. When you do this, you have the most support that you could ever need. You don't need anything else or anybody else to tell you how you're doing right or you're doing wrong. As long as you are growing every single day, you are introspecting every single day by meditating, by praying, by reading books, self-help books and spiritual books, you will be on the right path. Doesn't matter which way you go, or doesn't matter what religion or what spirituality or what faith, as long as you don't go all the way to witchcraft and things like this and sacrificing goats and animals, you will be on the path that everybody that has been led to enlightenment is led to. It doesn't matter which path you take, you will get led right to the same path of enlightenment that everybody else was led to. Just stay righteous, stay holy minded, stay spiritually minded, stay Christ conscious, whatever you want to call it, but stay righteous within yourself, throughout yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and train yourself to not only speak righteousness, not only act righteousness, but think in righteous ways. Be aware of everything that you're doing so that you don't have to go through these situations anymore where you have to forgive yourself for your past ways. You are not your past. You are a new person. You are a new being. You have been chosen on a great path, and you have finally took heed to the calling. So enjoy this spiritual path, enjoy this new you, and realize that everything that happened in your past happened in the past. But now is a new you. Now is a person who is living from a righteous intent, living from a place where we are all connected. Keep this in mind and keep faith within and throughout you, and everything will manifest completely in your life exactly the way that's supposed to, and exactly the right timing that it's supposed to. So if you haven't, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and I appreciate everybody that's been doing that. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. One love.